This Lucas Oil On the Edge telecast is being brought to you by Lucas Oil, made in America, sold to the world. General Tire, anywhere is possible. Geico Power Sports, saving people money on more than just car insurance.
We're in store for some great monster truck competition with the General Tire Thunder Drags. The first pair ready to do battle are Ramunition and Avenger. The winner goes on to the final round.
A brand new race course inside the Indy Mile for the Monster Truck Boys, and it's going to get crazy here today. The brainchild of event manager Eric Rolls and Greg Fuchs, the safety director. This course, pretty much 2 figure eights put together. We got 2 hard right-handers. We got 3 monster jumps, a nice hairpin left-hander, and then a drag race to the start-finish line. It's going to get crazy here inside the Indy Mile.
Welcome to Lucas Oil On the Edge. Now we take you to the motorsports capital of the world. Welcome to Indianapolis, Indiana, and to the 4-wheel Jamboree Nationals powered by Geico Power Sports. There's a lot of action that takes place here during the Jamboree, but Brian, we're all about one class here today.
Yeah, today it's all about monster trucks, Candace, Bigfoot, Dan Runte, the Avenger, and a host of others. On a pavement track with dirt jumps, it's going to be a riot. You know why? It rained like the dickens earlier. It's going to be tough on these drivers here today.
Here's a comparison. Both trucks get the same job done, but the monster truck weighs 10,000 pounds, does it with 2,000 horsepower. More importantly, to make the tight turns, the monster truck has rear steer to pull it off. Just some of the comparisons between a monster truck and a tough truck. The tough trucks are very cool. Just much, much smaller and lighter, a little more nimble than what we'll see here. But these guys know how to get it done. They make big power. Kohler on the far side with the Avenger will line up next to the Ramunition. Kohler already a little out of shape, and it has rained out here, so it's going to be a bit tricky, Brian.
Yeah, absolutely. These things are built to run on the mud or on the dirt more than anything, I should say. But a lot of rain as it's central Indiana here overnight and throughout the course of the day as the 57 Chevrolet tries to make the turn right there. As you mentioned, they got rear steer in these monster trucks, baby.
And the truck's looking pretty stable for this huge mile per hour. You typically are not happy up here driving this fast, and both guys trying to get them turned. Kohler really struggling.
Wow! He's going to go sideways over the hill. Ramunition will pick up the win, and that's Matt Dishman. And he'll go to the final round here once again in the semifinals. Watch the General Tire instant replay as the 57 Chevrolet machine of Jim Kohler goes way, way wide. Will lose the race right there.
Yeah, I think he was trying to drive it in deep and get the back end to kick out, but every time he hits the throttle, it transfers so much weight onto the back end, takes it off the front end. He had a hard time steering it and getting the truck to rotate.
The other thing you got to remember is that rear steer is not controlled by that front steering wheel. You got to have one hand on the wheel, another on a separate lever, and that's hard to deal with when both hands are so busy, Ken.
Absolutely right.
Bigfoot machine coming up, and it'll take on the beast of Bobby Holman.
Holman with the advantage at the starting line.
You can see even on this closed course how tough it is from the inside cockpit, the way these things want to move around. And right there's also a very good visual on what the rain has done to this racetrack.
Well, you can see right there, Bobby Holman missing the turn as he tried to get the truck to rotate as well. It is tough out here to get one turn, and he spins it completely around. It'll cost him the race.
Dan Runte will go to the final round, where he will match up with the Ramunition machine of Matt Dishman. So Bigfoot and Ramunition make their way to the final round.
Here's a good look at our General Tire fan cam. Shay there with General Tire as well. Fans had a blast out here in Indianapolis, including those kids.
Here we go, guys, the finals in Monster Truck. Pretty much a David versus Goliath. Matt Dishman in Ramunition driving the same exact truck that his older brother Jeremy won Indy with 1 year ago. And, of course, you can't say enough about Dan Runte. World champion in Bigfoot. It's come down to these two. It's got to be cool.
That's a really, really old version of Bigfoot. There's been a lot of Bigfoot trucks that have come along after that one.
That's exactly what I was sitting here thinking. I'm trying to think the exact year of the machine that Runte is driving. But no question about it, Runte, one of the drivers in the category that's been with Bob Chandler, who's the guy who, as far as I'm concerned, again, you have to think is the godfather, if you will, of the monster trucks.
I agree, man. He kind of got the craze going. I believe it was back in 1975, and I don't think that truck is much newer than that.
Definitely will.
That might be an old steel body truck, I'll tell you, man. It's a good looking old ride.
I know one thing, Runte drives the late model Summit equipment machine pretty much these days that we actually see in other types of motorsports, not on flat pavement.
So Runte taking him to school, getting the job done here in the final round. Here's your Herculiner instant replay.
Pretty even off the starting line. Ramunition, your defending champion in the category. It was a different track, though, a year ago. These trucks actually started off on dirt, went to pavement. Of course, the dirt jumps were on the pavement as well. But at the end of the day, this baby is all Bigfoot, and Dan Runte, one of the earlier trucks inside of the fleet, taking the big win here in Indy.
We were talking earlier, and you were telling me that, we're struggling a little bit here at the Indy Mile, but when it came out today, it rained a little bit. This thing, Bigfoot, was bad fast, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. With bigger tires, all it does is makes it worse. But we got around there pretty good.
Do you have to make any adjustments? I mean, every pass it looked like you guys would enter those turns differently.
Actually, we were. It's just breaking it down and adjusting to the dryness of the pavement. That was a lot of it, and it was starting to dry out, so you were able to pick it up a little more each time. But other than that, we really didn't do anything.
Guys, the crowd went crazy as Bigfoot wins here at Indy.
A lot of great racing action for you here today with Lucas Oil on the edge. Don't worry, we have plenty more to go before this season's over with. For Brian Olson, I'm Ken Stout. Remember, you're not living unless you're on the edge.